Hello, and welcome back to Conversations with Sharon and Rosa. I'm Rosa.
I gotta be Sharon. How you doing?
Well, Sharon's normally on this side, so I'm Rosa on this side. Sharon.
Well,
Sharon
every
on
now
this
and then you gotta change up. You know, yeah. Keep them off
But
balance.
welcome back. If you're new to our channel, welcome for the first time, and if you are returning, welcome. We love you all. Before we get into today's topic, do you even have any announcements?
The usual.
No. My only announcement is I might sound a little stuffy today because
She been out in them
Going through-
streets. She been in them streets partying.
going through a little something, but it's going to still be a good day.
Notice
Other
how
than
clear
that.
I sound because I get my rest.
Whatever. Other than that,
You
what's your announcement?
Oh no, just that for those of you who've assigned yourself as my trackers, I've lost another pound, so
Yay!
I'm feeling good about that. So me and Weight Watchers, we like this, we like this. But as I told you guys a couple of weeks ago, I'll give anybody $25 for a glazed donut.
And she means that too.
I do mean it.
She over here asking me every time I go to 7-Eleven, what they got? You know what 7-Eleven got?
Bring me back something to eat. That's how you got in that situation.
Right. So,
Oh,
but I'm not starving her. She's just not getting sweets.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. Other than my sweetie.
Yeah,
Other than
exactly.
look, no, she still smiles. Okay, other than my sweetie. Hey, but about announcements, we're getting ready to get ready. Even though this is only late March, we're looking forward to the middle of July, and also making some travel plans this year.
Yeah.
That means how does it affect you? We'll still be recording, but we had decided that we were going to wrap up our conversations by the end of by the end of Pride, which is July of 2023.
Yeah.
Okay, so more about that later. So back to you, Rosa.
All right. So then let's get into our shout outs. And excuse the basketball. We have neighbors who come out while we're recording. You know how
just
that goes.
because.
Yeah. So anyway, our first shout out goes to Fan Out. Thank you for being a subscriber, and thank you for your comments. Although I haven't heard from you in a long time, so we're looking to hear from you again. But thank you. The next one is an Earth Tale. Thank you as well for all of your comments. And last but not least is HSR 1986.
Wow, you know
Thank
who
you.
you are. I don't know what that means, but it means something to you.
Absolutely. Thank you for being a subscriber to Conversations with Sharon and Rosa. We love you all. Thank you so much. Okay, so let's get into today's topic. And actually, I'm excited about today's topic because I think it's a good conversation. But a couple weeks ago, I was on social media. How unusual.
Yeah.
And someone posted a question that asked about, it says, how important is the face card when you are searching for a partner? So I just thought it was interesting. And of course, I had to go to my partner and have that conversation with her.
Yeah.
And so we just decided we're going to talk a little bit about that today. So
Yeah.
today's topic is beauty is in the eyes of the beholder. So that's what we're going to talk about today.
Or is it really?
Yeah, I think it is. Yeah.
It is.
It's
It
got to
is.
be because
Yeah.
you see some very unbeautified people.
Well, but who are we to
and
say?
somebody thinks they're beautiful.
Right, there
It's
you
gotta
go.
be in the
That's all
eyes.
that matters. You know what I mean?
Exactly. So yeah, let's talk a little bit about that today. And what do you all think? I mean, is the face card important when you're looking at a partner? For me, I think you have to find something that attracts you to whoever you're attracted to, right?
It's got to be something. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, no one says, like, I don't find nothing about her attractive, but we're going to try to make it. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Says no one. Says no one.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like, how some people, oh, them eyes, oh, that butt, oh, those pretty white teeth, or whatever it is, you know what I mean? And, oh, she's so sexy.
Right.
When I first saw Rosa, and you guys know, the ones who don't know our story, we did meet online, and I just, first of all, well, I said those eyes. I said she has to be a nice person because of those eyes, and she just looks so warm and kind, as much as you can decipher from a picture. Again, it was her eyes, and then and then when I met her, I think she looked a little different, but it was all good. And then, and then I looked at her, and I mean, not knowing how she experienced me, then I looked at her age, and I said, "Oh my God, no way in the world, no, she's too young." But the rest is history. So we met. Would you say you like me, you love me, you keeping me?
I'm keeping you.
She's keeping me. So it worked out for us. But pushing all that aside, just finding out who she was and how she is and how she came about into being the wonderful woman that she is now, other than being my wife, it was a lot. It was a lot there. So,
but what was the first attraction? Because
once you open your mouth,
No, but I feel like, okay, the fact that you and I met online, you had to see something that you even want to reach out to the person.
Well, I like
so
what
it
was
is
written.
the face card, right?
Yeah, to some degree. To some degree. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, I wasn't looking for Halle Berry, and y'all know how I feel about Halle Berry. But seriously, I just wanted someone kind, honest, loving, and to give us a chance. And so with that, I mean.
So you
yes,
were just hitting up anybody who you thought was kind and loving.
I mean, it was something about you. Like what you had written, the way you presented yourself. I was at least interested.
Gotcha.
And then when I got to the age, I closed the screen because I was just, oh no way, I'm more than 10 years older than her. 17. I'm more than a few years older than her, and even if I was okay with it, maybe she wouldn't be. You know what I mean? And she had listed like, somewhere between this age and 55, and I'm like, oh my God, I have definitely exceeded your max, right? So it must have been meant for us to be together, but they know our story. So what I'm saying is, once I get past, you only know what people choose to show you. So I saw her write up, I saw the photo, and my thing is, it was more on me. I'm the one that was tripping because, like I say, the age thing, and she had 2 children. I was not trying to be nobody's granny or nanny, okay? Because I was still being a little player. Not really, but in my mind.
She was trying to be the bull dagger that she.
Oh, notice the shirt. A friend of mine, Cherie. We had wonderful conversations, her and Marnie. But anyway, Cherie gives me the shirt that says, can you see it? It says Bull Dagger, and I know she means it affectionately. So I put on my little white top with my black and white shirt. So today I'm Bull Dagger with a softness. Okay, but anyhow, so back to Rosa. What the attraction was? The attraction was the attraction. Like I said, I liked what she wrote. I liked how she looked, and I was interested. I said until I got to the age thing, and I was thinking like, and it was more on me than her. And I'm like, I hit the brakes because I said I got pocketbooks older than this woman, So today's conversation is simply, as Rosa said, how important is the face card? Meaning, how important is good looks? If you're looking for Halle Berry, keep looking because she still says she's straight.
Yeah.
And Halle didn't get back to me, so good luck with that. No, but seriously, it matters a lot. We got friends there's some people who will only look at models. I got a buddy who loves former beauty queens. I swear, she went with Miss Italy, the runner-up for Miss Italy, Miss Spain, Miss Universe, third runner-up. I mean, she just liked the beauty queen look, and God bless her. But, whew.
But even with the beauty queens, that's having beauty in the eyes of the beholder. Because what their standard of beauty is may not be your standard of beauty.
That's true, but I'm saying believe me, she bought the ticket.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean.
I got that.
We'll get the review. You and I,
Yeah.
we'll review like, oh, I don't think she this and that. And it's nothing. And we're not poo-pooing beautiful women.
Right.
But you can be beautiful on the outside and be about garbage inside. We
Yeah.
know that too.
Yeah.
But today's conversation is simply put, how important is good looks.
Right. And I think that it's I'm kind of on the fence with it. And when I say that, it's because I think to a certain degree that most people would think it's important, right?
To some degree, right? To some degree, yeah.
When you are searching, when you're the person searching, you got to have, like I said earlier, something to even attract you to that person. And if, like Sharon and I, not everybody meets online, but that's how we met. So if I'm online searching, I got to at least come across somebody who I think is beautiful before I reach out, right? So when someone reaches out to you and they're not as attractive as you would like for them to be, then it's like, what else do you look at? And so that's kind of why I'm on the fence, because I think when we're searching, it's important. But when we come across someone who has other great qualities, then it doesn't become very, very important, right?
Right. But you don't know till you know, because if you're just looking through photos, and I'm sorry, online dating has its good parts about it, but then some of it really disables you, you know, because anybody can throw pictures. Like I got Sharon's pictures up there, but I got Halle Berry. I got
I get that. I get that too.
Say,
but
you're no Halle Berry.
It just depends on who you are and what you're looking for, though. Because you were saying, you like what, the write up or whatever. So in your mind, it's like, well, at least she can write.
Right.
Even if she ain't cute, at least she can write. You know what I'm saying?
And speak. And once you do talk to the person, can you talk in complete sentences? That's
but
important
this is all before you even get to talking to the person.
Right.
Because
that's right. Just the physical.
Even if I'm in a club and I want to approach someone, it's like, what am I looking at that would even allow me to walk over to that person and approach them?
Right.
Are they wearing a nice outfit? Yeah.
Oh, like them shoes, girl. Yeah, whatever it is. But it's got to be something. Right. But for today's conversation, we're talking about how important is the physical. She's the cutie on duty, baby. Or not.
Well, when I was growing up, they used to have this saying called butterface.
Yeah.
And those were people who everything on them was cute but their face. So they had like a little cute body, cute hands, cute feet, all of that. But you turn around and you like, ooh.
Butterface.
Right.
Everything butterface. Oh,
everything
that's cool.
butterface.
That's cool. But then again, so here's my, not that we have an argument about it, but it's just conflicting perspectives about it, just different. It doesn't have to be a conflict, but you don't know the person till you know the person, and who doesn't want? What you define as beauty is different how I defined it, and the next person. Granted, but if you don't have the time, if you didn't take the time to see that inner beauty, sometimes it ain't there. Oh, she's cute, but she's a pain in the ass.
But how long do you have to be to see somebody to figure out their inner beauty? You know what I'm saying?
Well, I tell you what, some people just don't know it at all, don't see it at all. You don't see it until you see it. You know what I mean?
I know, but that has to be a case where you know someone. Like, let's say a coworker, been interested in you, and you're like, I don't find her attractive at all. But the more you work with her, then you find other things attractive about her. And you're like, oh, she really is a nice person. Or, I like the way she deals with her kids or whatever.
Yeah.
Then you decide to go on a date with her because other things attract you to
That's true. Oh, she's very intelligent. She's very kind. She's very generous. She takes care of her mother. She volunteers to give blood twice a month. Whatever the its are. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And she's lovely. Or, you know what I mean? But like I say, who am I to say? It's you. What are you looking for? Because we all know, they could be beautiful on the outside and almost rotten inside. We've had some, we've all, I'm sure, can tell a story about that. But one years ago, it was and I say years ago, I was very young. But I'm in the Navy, and so this one young lady she worked at they used to call it personnel office. Beautiful girl. I think she might have been Asian, black, and Puerto Rican. She was just a mixture of something beautiful. You know what I mean? So and she looked. you know, people will go up there just to, I got a problem that you ain't got a problem. You just want to talk to her.
Right,
That kind of,
right,
she was that she was that attractive, and she was fun and nice, and she made every customer feel special. Well, and at the time, and I'm trying to remember her last name, but anyway, I remember her face. As Maya says, you remember how people made you feel. Well, my little lesbian ass, I'd call myself flirting with her on the sly. But she knew, because guess what? She was gay too. But how would I know that? Because at that time, everybody's closeted. Well, here's the thing. Beautiful skin, beautiful smile, nice personality. You know how a person smiles and you just don't see it in their eyes, you see it in their spirit. And she would just talk to you like you're the only person in the office, right? Which turned me on, right? Well, here it is. She had a little girlfriend, of course. Little girlfriend drank too much, they out partying, and I remember I didn't even know what a RAV4 or some kind of Jeep they were driving. The girlfriend should not have been driving. They had a horrible accident. The car rolled over 3 times, went down an embankment. Girlfriend doesn't die, but got totally messed up. And this lady, the lady that I knew, they wound up doing 150 stitches in her face. Okay, and other things, and things were broken, and da. By the time she got back to base, got back to working again, she had been gone for like 3 or 4 months, and the operations and all that. She goes back she's on active duty. I see her again, and it looked like someone took a can opener and tried to open up her face, and she was healing. And you know what? She was just as beautiful to me. Because and we had conversations about it, and she said, I'm just so glad that God chose me to live. So, which showed a different kind of beauty from inside of her. Right. She was just like, she wasn't even tripping at the fact that her face would look like a jigsaw puzzle. And like I say, even though she was healing, but you can see that she had had a terrific accident, but her spirit was still just as beautiful and kind. And it was like she wasn't worried about the scars. Why are you? Right. You know what I mean? And it literally took my breath away what did I learn from that? And if you ask me what her last name is, I'm just trying to remember, because I think we called her by a nickname and all. But the bottom line is she. She learned. I don't know. I just think she taught me a lesson about that, And I don't know if her and the girl who caused the accident, her girlfriend who was driving, I don't know if they stayed together. But what a reason to break up with somebody,
No, that's right.
You know what I mean? But and y'all don't even want to hear about my attitudes about drunk driving, and I've been like this for 40 years. Yeah. I don't drink until all the liquor's gone, but you just have no business driving. Okay. Right. So any event. So back to the young lady who I already thought was attractive and very pretty, and I'm looking at her at the side eye, but I knew it wasn't me. I knew she had a boo, But after that horrible accident, she still looked good to me. Yeah. Because she, like I say, I saw her inner beauty. Right. Her inner beauty. So that's my statement on that. Go ahead. Over to you.
No,
yeah. So
I think that's probably the first time I've heard that story.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Well, I got a bunch of them. Right. And like I said, I was just racking my brain because I'm trying to pull up her name. But I remember the experience.
Yeah, but you don't need to mention her name.
So no. Even if I did, I don't even know if she up and down, in and out, live or dead. But that was 100 years ago. But no, you haven't heard that story. But as one of our viewers has said, Sharon's got a lot of stories. And yes, I do. I've done a lot of living, and I did it sober, so I remember them. Yeah. That kind of thing. Some people did some fantastic things, but they just, they were drunk when they did it, but no, not me. I took notes. So again, today's conversation is, as Rosa has already stated, how important is the face card? Yeah. You know what I mean? There's some people like, oh, I know a nice girl, I'm trying to hook you up, and they meet her, and it's like, what makes you think I want to date that? Now, I remember, okay, another story, but very briefly, we're in Palm Springs. Me and my buddies are in Palm Springs, and first of all, if you know me, anybody know you've never seen me smoke a cigarette. Just the idea of tobacco on your breath, and you gonna kiss me? I think not. So I've always been like that, right? Well, any event. they was just like, I'm single, I'm between love affairs, and so they wanted me to meet one of their buddies. And no, I didn't find the woman attractive. I didn't like the way she was dressed. I didn't like the way she looked. I didn't like the way she had combed her hair. It was nothing about this woman I could find remotely attractive. And all I knew was she had come out of we were at a dance hall or something. She had come out to smoke a cigarette. So one of my friends was with her. She said, "That's the one I want to introduce you to." And all I said, it was like I had a conniption for. I said, "She smokes. She smokes. She smokes." and I'm thinking, how well do you know me? You know doggone well I'm not about to talk to anybody who smokes. And I wasn't going to take points off for her tired looking outfit. I wasn't going to put and I really didn't like her hairstyle. You know me, I'm very, you gotta, if you're going out for the night, fluff up. You know what I mean? You just look like you just did 3 back-to-back shifts at 7-Eleven. You know what I mean? So later on, and as I joked with my friends, and I said, "Why didn't you tell me she was a smoker?" Because I knew all bets would be off. I couldn't even look at her, and when I did, I was disappointed. You understand what I'm saying? So
but she could have been a nice person. She could have been your soulmate. And everybody who smokes doesn't have to smoke for the rest of their life. Some people have been smokers and have quit.
Okay, well, this is true, but in Sharon and in lesbian land, and my friends that live there, as my friend Sandy, hey Sandy, had pointed out, even a smoker who's trying not to smoke is still a smoker. Okay, so while you going through your machinations, you trying to cough, as you coughing up your lung and throwing cigarettes down the toilet because you swear you ain't gonna smoke again, you're still a smoker. You're a smoker. If I get in your car, you smoked. You know what I mean? And I don't want to interrupt your life because hey, it's just a cigarette. It's much more than that to me. And yet, people say, "Oh, that's gonna break us up." No, well, honey, we ain't gonna never get together. You stink. I'm sorry, you smell like a cigarette, more or less. Yesterday's cigarette, because now it's in your clothes, it's in your hair. Well, y'all know. Right. Y'all know. But anyway, I thought it was funny, and I'm not going to call out my buddies' names because not like they were trying to set me up, but they were. But I'm looking at
They were trying to set you up.
They were. You know what I mean? But I was just saying, like I said, I didn't find her attractive. I didn't like the way she presented herself. None of that. And then on top of it, she smokes too.
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun.
Well, when we're talking about beauty being in the eyes of the beholder, if I see a beautiful woman and she is a smoker, it probably will turn me off, but it still doesn't make her less beautiful. It just means that she's beautiful and a smoker.
She's a beautiful smoker.
Now, I have dated smokers, and the 2 times I did, I didn't really even know they were a smoker. So that was already like, really? Why you couldn't tell me you smoke? Right. During conversation.
Right. We could have abbreviated this. I could have saved some gas.
Right. But they didn't smell like smoke. You know how I get what you're saying when you're smelling like smoke. I didn't really get all that, and I have a keen sense of smell.
Unbelievable.
And so
she's part wolf.
You know what?
I'm serious. She could smell 20 miles away. You do.
Whatever.
You do.
But I'm saying so all smokers aren't bad, and I've been around smokers, but I was used to it because my mother was a smoker growing up, so I was kind of used to the smell. But that will turn me off, and if I know at the beginning, it won't happen. But if I don't know, then it kind of depends on how I feel about you.
Well, I do know. I get that, but I'm not trying to redirect your life. I'm just telling you what my preferences are, and you don't have to. If you know what's in this room is not for you, you don't go into the room and try to change the room around. No, don't dig smokers. Just do not. And the idea of you kissing me is so revolting. No, that is not going to happen. That is not going to happen. And even Holly Berry. We would have to talk.
Holly Berry probably a smoker. I bet
You've never seen Holly. Not my Holly.
She ain't gonna smoke in Hollywood but she probably a smoker. She just seemed like a smoker.
No, she seemed like a chewing gum. She chews gum. There's no doubt in my mind.
Sharon don't even like people chewing gum.
No,
now,
hold up. Wait a minute.
Hold up.
No, you hold up.
No, you hold up. I am a gum chewer.
Ooh.
And I only chew gum when I feel like my breath is not as fresh as it could be. So I'll pop a piece of gum in if I can't get to a toothbrush, you know.
What's wrong
And
with a mint? Why can't we just pop
I don't
a
like
mint?
sucking on stuff. Right?
Play the music. She said, "What? Okay, we'll leave that go. Okay, they
I
got
don't
children
like-
in the room, but
I don't like sucking on hard candies and
Okay.
stuff like
I
that.
get- I
you know,
get
I'm a
that.
soft type of
Right,
candy. You know,
right.
it could be a caramel. I'll chew that before I suck on, you know,
yeah,
a lollipop. But that being said, you know, I think even if I chew gum on our first date, Sharon still be dating me. She's saying that, but she still be dating me. You know what I'm saying? I didn't necessarily do that, but I
I'd
just
be
feel
dating
like
with
if
you,
I
and
had-
we still would have had a wonderful life, and still would have got married. You just wouldn't be chewing bubble gum no more.
Yeah, she was like, don't chew the gum. Da da da. Okay, but what does that have to do? I'm gonna be me, and you gonna be you.
Yeah, but don't blow bubble. Okay, my thing is, and it's not just the chewing of gum. And as my mother told me, as she raised 3 girls and 3 boys, she's like, whatever's in your mouth is nobody's business. So what gets me is people chewing gum and they're gonna try to blow bubbles with it, or you're gonna
I do
crack
all
it.
that.
And
I do
the
crack it,
cracking, please, just go on and hit me, kick me in my knee, do something, and be gone. You know, but the cracking, and I'm just like,
I actually find it sexy. When a woman's chewing gum and cracking it, I actually find that sexy. So whatever. So you need to start chewing gum.
no, I don't. Well, I tell you what, the gum didn't get you, and the gum won't keep you.
Oh well,
Pop.
you right about that.
That's
You right
all
about
I'm
that.
saying, okay? No,
But-
I'm not a gum chewer, and like I said, I definitely believe in mints, and I understand the fresh breath thing and all that. But, you know, they say you need to brush your breath. You know, you check yourself, and you check yourself twice, especially when you're going to be up close and personal with people. I'm just saying, you know, just the constant, you know, we're sitting here trying to talk and you just constantly moving your mouth, and then you're going to be cracking chewing gum too. It's just so distracting to me, and it's just like, oh, it hurt my ears. And then I'm looking at you and I'm just like, could you stop that?
Does that make the person look less cute?
To me, yeah.
okay.
I take points off. I take points off, and especially if you know it's
get it.
one of my pet peeves. Now, don't get me wrong. I got some interesting habits too, and we don't need to talk about them. But I always tell people: 1, they're my habits. 2, you wouldn't know it if I didn't tell you. You know, I go into my little
Right,
space,
and that might be a person's habit. Some people chew gum for nervousness, to calm down the nervous, the stress, the what. It's so many reasons we do what we do. You know
yeah.
what I'm
That's
saying?
true, and I try to
Some
be
people
understanding
don't
about
like
it.
the fact that women bite their nails, and I bite mine, and
Yeah, you're a
my
nail
hands
biter.
are ugly. Don't get me wrong. I'm not
only
gonna-
because she eats her nails.
But outside
And it's
of
nerves.
that,
It's
right?
nerves.
It calms me down, and it's my habit. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? So
yeah.
if you're with someone, and I know we're kind of getting off topic, but if you're with someone and they have a habit, you either gonna like it or you're not.
Tolerate it or not.
or
You
get
may
used to
never
it.
like it, but you get
Exactly.
used to it. That's all
Or
I'm
get
saying.
used to it. But when you're when you're initially meeting someone, back on topic, when you're initially meeting someone, something has to bring you towards
Click.
them. So
Yeah,
even
yeah.
if it's not the face card, it might be the outfit or something.
Yeah.
Or something like
Or
that.
she got bodied by a dam. You know what I mean? And don't get me wrong. I mean, like, not the first time we met, but when it was we had gone on a couple of dates and whatever. And I liked the way she dressed. I liked the way Rosa presented herself. And if we had a little gathering like we always do, we got a bunch. You around a lot of women. Well, I'm a lesbian. That's what I do. Okay, but so we had I had a couple of people over the house and kind of like a little small barbecue and all. Rosa and I, we weren't married yet. We were just talking.
No, yeah, we were
right.
just dating.
So, and I'm telling her, I said, well, my friend's gonna be here, and I said, they're gonna be trying to check you out and everything. And Rosa gave me that look like, don't worry, boo. I know how to bring it up, And she came to the gathering, and she had on this fly black dress, but it wasn't so fly. It was just nice, maybe a little understated.
It was a sundress.
And Rosa was wearing it, baby. And I know my buddies were looking like, well, okay, well, she ain't bad looking. Oh, she got a cute body. Oh, I like the dress. Well, she seemed okay. Like they was, like giving her points, taking off points or whatever. And I said to myself, and she just handled herself so well. Rosa was like, look, I know your friends are checking me out because they want to make sure I'm worthy. You know what I mean? And she said, and I'm not worried about them. I just want to know, are you okay with me? And I said, I am okay with you. and I liked it, and it made me like her more. And later for the physicals, you know what I mean? Yeah, she got a hot little body, and I liked the way she was navigating the room. I liked the way that she she answered questions if they were asked. I mean, not that they were putting her on the hot seat or anything. I just like the way she handled herself. And I'm thinking, okay, I know she's young, but I hope she don't, suppose she wants to do a strip tease in the middle of the show, whatever, something crazy that maybe like, where'd you find that one at, Sharon? So none of that came to fruition. And she was just, she was a lady, and she carried herself well, and it was good. I just liked her more for new reasons.
But I think that when you're thinking about when you said later for the physicals, I think that comes with aging.
Oh, gosh,
after. I think a lot of young people have to have the face card. But as you get older, it's so much more than that because beauty can fade.
Oh,
and what do you have after that? You know what I'm saying?
Right,
once it does fade, once your perfect model size 5 is now
yeah. But how about
16?
This? Right, exactly. And I think that's very hard on women if you've never had a weight management issue. And then as we age, and Lord knows, menopause and everything else, and just life in general, you know what I mean? I think it's very hard when you've always been a size 3, 5, 7, and now you're a size, 10, 12, 14. And Lord knows if you go beyond that, because like, I just can't take it. I said, stand by, because here come menopause. And you will, most of us, statistically speaking, will pick up more woman weight.
Right.
You know what I mean? So any event.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
That's all right. No, go ahead.
Well, that also has a lot to do with if you date someone and you see a future, how would that person look 5-10 years down the road? Like if you're picking them because they're size 5 today, they may not be a size 5 in 5 years. You know what I'm saying? So you have to, learn to at least love something else about that person. Do they give you good conversation?
Right.
Do they cook well? Are they just a good person in general?
Good person. Look, and she cooks. Yeah. But like I said, I took the time to find out who she really is. Now, some things we were on a roller coaster about. We went from 0 to 5,000. We met in March. We would start talking in March. First time I met her in person was
April
on her birthday.
Yep.
And then
April 19th, my birthday's coming up.
And son's birthday is 19th too. So she was making all this, it's all about my son and it's his birthday. And I'm like, well, who's gonna take care of mama? Your birthday the 19th too? I love to be your birthday buddy. And I was. So I'm just saying, I'm taking snapshots in my mind of her in different places. And as bizarre as this may sound, as she came into my life, something that has never happened before, 3 people in my life died. So I'm going to 3 funerals, and she's looking at me like, look, I know you older, but is everybody dead? Is everyone dying that you know? It was just weird.
Is this your idea of going out?
Right. It was weird, incredible, and all of that. So, but we made it through that too. But I was just like, I know this is this is an odd time. Actually, it was 4 because Anya died too.
Yeah.
So anyhow, okay, back on topic, as Rosa says, we're asking you today is how important is good looks. Because they don't last.
I know for me, when I came out, who don't want to be with a beautiful woman, So I think I chose beauty and realized that it was more than that. So in that relationship, I learned a lot. Like beauty is just skin deep. And it's just in the eyes of the beholder, because how I found this woman to be attractive, she was very nasty. She was a nasty person and just vindictive, lying, just all of that. And I learned a whole lot. So I'm just going to say to you all, good luck if you're looking. It's great if you can find the whole package. Like, who doesn't? Who does not want a beautiful woman on their arm or whatever you're looking for in a woman? But just be careful.
Yeah, and
everything is not as it seems.
That's true. And the packaged question is, how important is it to you? Absolutely. And remember, once you get past the physicals, you know what I mean? People present to you what they want you to believe. You know what I mean? And then you got to spend more time with them unwrapping. You know, it's like a
Yes.
mummy, but you're taking the tissue off the other way. Let's see who's really underneath there. You know,
Exactly.
because you don't know until you know. And when you know, how much does it matter? You know, like, well, okay, she's an alcoholic, she's a thief, she's been to jail 4 times, and and 5 other things. Like, well, maybe you need to back away from this one slowly. Slowly, and check your purse. Check your purse, okay? No, seriously. I mean, and I don't care how fine she is.
Yeah.
Now, we joke about the Halle Berry thing because I've been loving Halle for a long time. Long time. I've given Halle Berry several chances to come into my life, and I personally don't think she's interested. So I had to go on. I had to go on without Halle, but on a serious tip, you got to ask yourself some serious questions. How important is it? Some people just want to be seen with, the cutie on duty, and that's all she is.
Yeah.
With me, I'm the Gemini. You have to stimulate me. You have to be interesting.
Right.
You have to, because I get bored quick. Next. You know what I mean? And as I'm trying to entertain you as well, but I mean, and dare I say, you know what I mean? But I'm just saying, what else you got?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, okay, like Rosa say, you're looking at them, but how will they look in 5 years? And Rosa has seen me at my worst. Mm-hmm. I can honestly say that. And you can call me the comeback kid. I said, just give me a minute. I'm just getting it together, babe. Old Sharon getting older. Where's my lipstick? And the next morning I'm ready.
Yeah.
I'm ready. I'm as ready as I can be mentally, and I look as good as I can possibly look with what I'm dealing with.
Right.
30 years ago I would have gave you a run for your money. 20 years ago I would have still talked trash. Hey, we're all getting older, so it's the best I can do with what I got.
Absolutely.
And the good news is that Rosa loves me, in, out,
I
up,
do.
down, hot and cold. Okay, she does, and she tells me at least weekly, I took my vows very seriously.
Yeah.
And as did I.
Yep.
As did I. Yeah. So, hey, while you're out there dating and skating and, doing all the fun things we do, and you're looking at, who's not looking for love, and quality love and a deserving love and all of that, someone that would come into your life, let's ask yourself, what's the most important thing to me?
Yes.
What if she's got this, and this, but she looks like she belongs on a bottle of poison? She got one of them faces that you just can't.
I can't wait. Tell us what you all think.
You
about the topic.
Tell us. Yeah.
Don't pay no attention to Shannon. But yeah, we would love to hear your feedback on this. I just think it's an interesting topic because everybody has their own take on what's beauty and what do I look at first. So I would just love to hear that.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So, us, the routine. As always, we're wishing you the very best.
Of all good things, stay safe and stay woke. And know that beauty is in the eye of the beholder.
Absolutely.
Love you all. Bye.
Next time.